No matter what you do when you were locked up, man, you never, ever, ever want to owe anybody money. Something as petty as this right here could put your life on the line. Straight up. You better take this shit from me when I try to give you this advice.
I'm the best. Finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2 comes violent, first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone, I'm a charger, don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted.
What's up, everybody? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. I want to tell everybody welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about when you're in prison and you're incarcerated, you never want to owe people money. Ever. I done touched this topic a couple times throughout videos, but I'm going to focus directly on the part where what will happen to you, okay? This isn't the streets. This is the chain gang. When you're incarcerated and you owe people money, it automatically puts a green light on you. It's like it's hovering over your head. No matter how close you are to someone, no matter how cool you are, okay, it's like a guaranteed, let's flip him. Let's eat him. Let's wet him up. He's deer meat. Let's get him from around here. That's going to be the common solution to you owing somebody just a little bit of money. And I know you're probably thinking like, oh, okay, what's a little bit of money? It could be as little as a couple soups, a couple top ramen soups. It could be something smaller than that because it's the principle. And principles go a long way inside of prison. You know, on the streets, you know, you got people that are dope fiends that want to front from the dope dealer. You got people that are dope boys that want to front from the big man, you know, so that way they can hustle. You see what I'm saying? Them same type of people go to prison and want to borrow things. They feel comfortable borrowing things. They feel comfortable fronting things, you know, stuff like that. And then they find themselves in way worse situations than they would if they just fell back and wait until they had the money. Because you never know if the money that you think's coming to where you're going to pay them back, you never know if that shit's going to be canceled. You never know if the person you're waiting on send the money, don't send the money. You can't go off of your loved one's words 24/7. You can't think in your mind, okay, if I borrow 5 soups from this dude today, I know my people's going to drop the money tomorrow, so I'll just give them the 5 of them tomorrow. Not everybody in there is going to be patient and want to wait. If your peoples don't send that money, they're going to take it out on you right then and there. You see what I'm saying? Now, some people will be patient. They'll work with you. But then, them 5 soups you owed, don't went to 7 of them. Then, it don't come in. Then them 7 go to 9, or 10, or 12, or 15. Then you owe a whole case. You never know, you understand? So, owing people money sucks. Me, I was never the type to where I owed anybody shit. If I ain't have nothing to cover it right now, I don't want it. If I ain't got something to trade you right now for it, to where it squashes it and makes it where we're dead ass done doing business, I don't want it. And that's the best solution, the best thing you could possibly do. Okay? I've seen so many people get beat up, seen them get jumped, seen them hit with locks, seen them poked up, get wet up, airlifted, taken off the compound, just over owing a little bit of money. All right? You have people in the chain gang that will literally take a $50 PayPal and try to end your life. Okay? There's people in there that will literally take a hit and try to take your life over a $50 PayPal. So here you are, you're in there, you feel comfortable with this person, you know, so you do business with them a couple times, so you feel like they're your friend or your dog. So you feel like, you know, I'll front from them. You know, I'll front a gram of Tunchi, or I'll front, you know, a pack of cigarettes or something like that. Next thing you know, that's money. So you owe that person that. It don't seem like it's that much. It don't seem like, you know, it's that important. It don't seem like that person would put a hit on you. It don't seem like, you know, everything you got going on could just crumble all over this little bit of payment that you owe them. But it is. That's well enough, all right? I've seen people in there that were in gangs that got cell phones through their brothers, all right? Because their brothers had access to the routes of how the phones were coming. And I seen them get phones from their brothers and they couldn't make payment. They felt like, oh, okay, well, once I get the phone, it's a wrap because now I got a way to, you know, a solution to hit everybody up out there on the streets. And all I got to do is collect all the money from everybody and pay my brother off for the phone. That shit ain't go as planned. At first, you know, yeah, he got one, you know, PayPal, you feel me, gave it to his brother. So it showed he was trying. And then next thing you know, he's out there calling, trying to hit everybody up. He's postponing his brother. So his brothers were mad at him because he, you know, he was taking too long. And next thing you know, they in there beating his ass, jumping him. Whatever occurred after that, I don't know if he was X'd out. I don't know what. But I know they jumped on his ass all over that. And then he didn't have a cell phone no more. You see, all these things can be prevented if you don't owe nobody no money. But people are going to do what they want to do. Literally. And same thing as far as if you're someone who fronts somebody. You understand? When you're someone who owes somebody money in prison, same on the streets. Same thing on the streets. When you're someone who owes people money on the streets also, you got to be ready for what that person you owe might end up doing. You know, out here on the streets, you owe somebody money, they might come look for you and bust at your ass. You feel me? They might be going, busting, wetting your house up, looking for your peoples, clapping at them, you know, trying to take it out on people that are related to you, beat up your little brother or whatever it may be, you know, on the streets. If the money's, you know, that valuable to the person you owe money. But if you're the person that, you know, fronts people, you got to be ready to handle up also and go try to collect your money. Because you got to send out messages, you got to, you know, make an example, and you got to show that you're seriously trying to collect, or else everyone will walk over you. In prison, if you're one of them people that front people and you don't collect, then everyone's going to think you're sweet. They're going to be like, what you mean? He let, what's his name, balk him and he didn't do nothing about it. So then they're going to feel like they can just take from you. They're going to feel like you were scared to man up and go get your shit, or at least do something to the person who owed you, that they might as well try to rob you. Even though that they know you're not going to front it to them now because that other dude done made it to where you won't front nobody. But instead, they'll come and we'll be like, well, shit, if we pull a knife out on him and rob him, we know he's going to give it up. He obviously ain't got heart because he didn't do nothing to what's it called that robbed him. So, you feel me? If he ain't go bust a grape against him, if we just apply a little pressure, you know, if we apply that pressure by upping on him, maybe he'll just cough it up. You see, these are the type of things that go through people's heads in prison. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be willing to go collect if you let somebody borrow something. As well as if you're someone that borrows, you got to be willing for, you know, to pay, or you got to be ready for the consequences and repercussions that what may come with just something as small as a couple soups. Literally. I seen friends that known each other from the streets fall out off of a little bit of canteen in prison, owing each other a couple honey buns and shit. You know, that shit does get deadly. It ruins friendships. It ruins that bond, that strong line of friendship that y'all should be sticking together, because y'all never know what could happen in prison. Straight up. You got gangs that turn on each other, gangs that turn on their own kind. So you think they won't turn on someone who isn't in their gang? So if you got a friend in there that you know from the streets, y'all from the same neighborhood, y'all used to post up at the same corner store, y'all used to go inside the corner store and get mini Dutches and backwoods and grab a leaves and tree wraps so y'all could smoke together and shit. Y'all used to drink quarts of OE and vibe and everything. Y'all are from the same exact neighborhood. Y'all see each other in there, man. It's supposed to be like this all the way. You feel me? But nah. One will owe another one money. That one won't pay up. That one will, you know, fall out with him. One of them happens to be in the gang. Now him and his gang brothers are looking for the other one. You know, shit like that. You feel me? And in your mind, you're like, damn, well, who's flawed? The one who went after him to collect his money, or the one who didn't pay the money? Right or wrong? You see? Who do y'all think's flawed? Put that in the comment section. You know? The one who fronted and didn't pay, or the one who went after his friend because his friend didn't pay? These are the type of things you're going to see happen. It's going to evolve around you all the time in prison. And it also happens on the streets as well. You feel me? So when you owe someone money just pay them. Don't put yourself in that hole. Like me, when I used to, you know, bet on football games and stuff like that, or if I just call a little simple bet on basketball out there on the rec yard, I never ever put money up that I did not have in my locker right then and there. Straight up. And I've got myself in situations and had to go collect to people who didn't have it, who put money up that they didn't have. Then, you know, you give them a little bit of leniency to where they got, you know, time to cough it up. You feel me? Got a day or two to go get it. If not, then, you know, we finna bump. It's consequences, repercussions. It is what it is. Bumping ain't the end of the world in there. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to, you know, you're gonna have to try to straighten yourself out. If you're one of them people that are used to fronting on the streets and you're used to owing people money and trying to come up as little as you can and just, you know, like a scavenger, trying to scavenge as much things as you possibly can and get it for free without in return, prison is not going to be the place for you, because if you do something like that, your ass might leave in a helicopter. You're going to get a ride on that helicopter that a lot of people don't get. Straight up. So you never want to owe nobody money. I'm telling you. For instance, a cigarette in there. One cigarette with the filter cut off. Bam. You can make $10 off that. Cut it into 5 pieces. $2 chubs. If you want to cut them smaller, you can make dollar hollows. You can make $10 with one cigarette. If someone gives you a cigarette and you owe them, right? They might give it to you for cheaper than that. You know, it might give it to you for $3. Might give it to you for $5. It's called a Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? So they might give you a lac for $5. That's half of what you can make. Right or wrong? Now you look at it. It's just a cigarette, man. I only owe him a cigarette. No, you only owe him $5. You feel me? It's totally different. Things in prison that are so little to the world are so big in there, you know? And then, if that ain't a homeboy of yours, and if you're just someone that smokes, you know, someone that, you know, that's like, you know, you're a person that, you're not the supplier, but you're the buyer. They're not going to charge you the deal that they would a dope boy, a supplier. They might not give you the lac for $5 or $3. They might charge you $10, the same price that you normally go when you go to them every day to buy $2 chugs back to back. You might just be like, all right, let me get a lac, bro. I owe you $10. Okay, so now in your mind, and then whoever you're telling, man, I just owe them a couple cigarettes. Oh, okay, a couple, which is 2 or more. Well, if you add that up, that's $20 or $30 that you owe them. You feel me? So someone that you owe $20 or $30, you think they're going to just sit back and watch you not pay them? No. They're going to be on your ass like flies on shit. Straight up. And me, I always had money. I always had to where I had enough shit to where I couldn't even have it. Okay? So to me, it was nothing to front. To me, I would test people. I would let people burn their bridges. Okay? I let you kill yourself, basically. I ain't never got to do business with you again. If you said, man, let me borrow a suit, man, till tomorrow, I got you. I give you the suit. Boom. You don't pay me tomorrow, I'm not going to run down on you with a knife or nothing and, oh, man, where my suit at or none of that. Because that shit's peanuts to an elephant. You feel me? But I'm going to let you burn those bridges with me. I'm going to wipe my hands and I'm going to be like, don't worry about it. I'm not going to come harass you for my suit or none of that. I'm going to just be like, boom, that's one less headache I got to deal with, because now he knows I'm not going to let him front shit or borrow nothing ever again. You see what I'm saying? That's how it was. And I've had so many situations to where, you know, I had cartons of cigarettes going around on the compound. You feel me? Might be 3 packs in that dorm, 2 packs in that dorm. You feel me? A half a pack over here in the same quad I live in. Shit like that. So I constantly had people bringing me money, bringing me their shit because they owed me. You feel me? And after a while, you got to write this shit down. I literally had a composition book that they gave us in the school building in one of my classes. And I used to have to write shit down. I used to have to put their name and then just write them out. Which you got to also hide that, because if they do a shakedown and they find that shit, they're going to be like, oh, this man got this shit sewed up in here. They're going to take you under investigation. You feel me? So I used to have a composition book that I had to hide just to write, because I had so many people. I had too much shit to hold myself to where I had to front people who didn't have their money up front. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got the money up front, well, shit, I'm not going to be sitting here stuck with 3 cartons of cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? So instead, here you go, boom, there's 2 packs, there's 1 pack, and I was constantly having people come in and out of the dorm daily from different dorms to bring me a little piece of paper with them 10 digits written on there. Each 10 digits was a PayPal. You feel me? And then that's how I was collecting, you know, street money. Because you could only do so much with canteen commissary. There's barely any you can do. Your locker can only hold so much. Straight up. And I got tired of, you know, having more than 1 locker. Having people in there who don't get no money, like old people, you know, putting a canteen in their name and all that shit just so they can get it and fill their locker. Then I walk over there and I can go in their locker as I want, take what I want. I let them eat some shit too because they don't have money like that. I got tired of doing all that. After a while, it's part of the schedule to where you're just used to it. That's it. You'll walk by all them lockers knowing you got canteen in all them lockers, and at the end of the day, all you're doing now is, that's more places you're looking to see if you have what you're looking for. If I want to make a tuna and I'm like, man, I need a pickle. I ain't got a pickle in my locker. I look in the other 4 lockers. Boom, ain't no pickle. I got tired of looking through all 5 lockers, mine and the other 4. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things, like after a while you get tired of that shit. That's more things you got to keep tabs on and pay attention to. You feel me? But when it comes to you owing people money, no matter what you do, you better pay that shit. Because I'm telling you, some people are not going to be lenient. Some people are not going to be patient. Some people are going to be like, okay, well, you know what? This dude owes me 5 cigarettes. That's $50. If you're a buyer, that's the price. You know, you don't charge the supplier the same price. That'd be dumb because he ain't going to make no money. You feel me? So, owes me $50. I ain't worried about it. He's been giving me the runaround for the last week and a half. But I only fronted it to him because he told me the money was coming later that day or tomorrow. Or he gave me an estimate date of arrival of when his money was going to hit to where he could pay me. All right. I'm going to go ahead and spend the additional $50. I'm going to put the same amount he owes me out there on him. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send word and I'm going to put $50 out there on him. Now, there's going to be so many different gangs and so many different people who want that $50 that are going to jump up and they're going to want to go take his head off of his shoulders just because he owes $50. They don't even know why there's 50 on his head. They don't even ask all that. They don't care, but I know. I'm the one that put the hit out there. So I know, okay, if I put this out there and I stamp that shit and make it official, people are going to go eat him. I know I'm not going to get my 50 now from him. And I'm putting 50 in, so I lost 100 altogether. But shit, it saves me the headache. And then it teaches him and fucking, you know, it teaches him from playing with people's money. You know, money is people's emotions in prison. So you playing with my emotions when you owe me money like that and you bullshit. You feel me? That's how it goes down in prison. You got to be prepared for stuff like that. So like I said, if you're one of them people on the street that always want to front, always want to borrow, always want to tell people, oh, I'll pay you this time, and then you don't, your ass ain't going to last long in prison. Literally. So whatever you do, make sure you change your ways before you go there. Because I tell you what, you're going to have such a bad experience that prison's going to scare the shit out of you. You might not even make it home. You're going to ride on that helicopter. You're going to get a free ride on a helicopter, y'all. Straight up. Free ride. Free ride to tell your kids and your grandkids about if you survive. All right? It ain't like a roller coaster. This one here is totally different. You feel me? So you better think twice before you actually owe people money. Put your damn brains to use while you were in there. This isn't the streets where you could go to one neighborhood and front this from someone and then go back to where you're from and just go missing and go start buying dope off of someone else. You feel me? Just start getting your money in and go to someone else. You know you can't go to him because you owe him money. You can't do that in prison because everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows who's got the dope. Everybody knows who's hustling. Everybody knows if a baser goes to them when they owe that person. You know what I'm saying? That shit just, it's such a crazy world with it. So you never ever want to owe somebody no money because I'm telling you, your damn trip and your stay in prison is going to be 100% worse than the person you owe the money to. You just remember that. I'm going to wrap that one up with that. Anyways, man, I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all already know. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out if you ain't hit it on the way in. Make sure you keep them squares, rats, clowns, chomos, fakes, pedos, people that live in denial out your circle. And until next time, this the one and only, y'all. Frog.